The average funeral in Minnesota runs between $7,000 and $12,000, and that's just the funeral. That's not the mortgage your family still owes. That's not the college fund your kids won't have. That's not the credit card debt sitting there. Most Minnesota families have absolutely zero plan for what happens if the primary earner doesn't wake up tomorrow, and they think it's going to cost them a fortune to fix it. By the time this video is done, you'll know exactly which type of life insurance actually makes sense for your situation, what it actually costs, and the one mistake that costs Minnesota families thousands of dollars every single year. You'll also know exactly how to get started without spending 3 hours on the phone. Let's start with term life insurance because it's what most Minnesota families actually need. You pick a time frame, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and you get full coverage for that period. If something happens to you during that term, your beneficiaries get the full death benefit. It ends when the term ends. This is the cheapest option, and honestly, for a young family, it's usually exactly what you should be buying. You can get 20 years of substantial coverage. We're talking $300,000 to $500,000 for less than $50 a month. Now, whole life insurance is the opposite approach. It's permanent. You pay the premiums and it covers you your entire life. It also builds up cash value, actual money sitting in that policy that you can borrow against if you need it. Universal life is somewhere in between. It's permanent, but gives you more flexibility to adjust things as your life changes. Here's what I see in my agency all the time. People buy whole life when they really only needed term. They're paying 3 to 4 times more than they should. Here's what actually moves the needle for Minnesota families. First, figure out what your family would actually need if you weren't here. Mortgage, college fund, 5 years of living expenses. Write that number down. Second, do it now, not when you think you'll get around to it. In my experience, the people who say they'll do it next month never do. Third, if you're young and healthy, lock in that term coverage while your rates are the lowest they'll ever be. You can't go backward on this. The biggest mistake, thinking that the cheap policy you got online is good enough without actually talking to somebody about your specific situation. You might be underinsured by hundreds of thousands of dollars and not even know it, or you might be way overinsured and throwing money away. A 15-minute conversation could save your family tens of thousands of dollars or make sure they're actually protected. Don't skip that step if you want to stop guessing and actually know whether your family is protected. The link in the description goes straight to my agency website where you can get a real quote. We're licensed across Minnesota, Illinois, Ohio, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, and most other states. The whole thing takes about 3 minutes, no pressure, just straight answers.